You know, one of the topics outside of hip hop I want to talk about, and we've been talking about it, but I'm gonna switch the gears on you. I am, because I think we've been talking about it. I'm gonna switch gears on you. We talked about hip hop. We were gonna talk about one thing, but I want to talk about what we were talking about in the car about, like, me working for what in the long term.
Yo.
You know what I mean? And basically the point, just to kind of explain to y'all what we've been talking about, is as a man and you just working to what end? Like, as you young right now, you trying to accumulate things. So it's like, I want a house, I want a car, I want a career, I want a wife, I want a dog, I want a husband. Whatever it is your thing is, right? You trying to build a life. But after you get past that, then it's like, now what?
Yo.
All right? And the reason why this has been so important to me, because my dad died, that's your granddad. He died last year, and for me, it was eye-opening, not just for him, my granddad, but I want to kind of share this with you guys, and I ain't going to do it too long, but the deal is working towards what? What are you working towards? It's like you in college right now, and you watching a video, and you in college, and you're going to establish your career, and you want to be whatever you want to be. But have you ever really thought about the end? What's the end?
Yeah, I sit back sometimes and think, like, and then what? Like,
now what?
Yeah, like, once you get everything established, once you good, like, you just working every day, just like, and then, what? Like, for vacation for this time, and 2-week vacation.
A car, a house. I think people occupy themselves with things.
I think so too.
So it's like you
distract yourself.
Distract yourself from reality. The inevitable of old age is coming, retirement is coming. Because I think one of the saddest things when a person had to be forced to retire, like, they start talking about, man, what you gonna do in good old retirement?
Yo.
You ain't thought about it, like.
Yeah.
I plan on working here till I die, you know.
Force somebody to retire.
And that's reality, especially with black men. Because I don't ever think we've been taught about the end game.
Yo.
We've been taught how to start. We've been taught how to maintain, but nobody ever taught us how to finish well. Nobody ever taught. So for me, I'm working, like, I want to always have something of my own. I don't think I'm gonna ever stop working. I'm never gonna stop working. I'm never gonna be sitting on a sofa waiting to die. I'm never gonna do that unless I can't do it no more. But as long as I'm able to, I will. But for me, I feel like, my thing is 2 things: pay your house off. These are my 2 rules. Make sure you pay your house off, and always establish something of your own that no one can take from you. They're my 2 things. Get a house, pay it off. Early, and you can always use that as collateral. You can always, or you can just live somewhere for free. Just imagine you ain't gotta pay no bill, no rent, or no mortgage. Let's say you retired and you get whatever you get. You stacked up your money, you did well, you wealthy, or you're not wealthy. So I say you pay your house off. Number 2, have some of your own. This is so important because I think people are raised to be employees. School taught you how to be an employee. College teaches you how to be an employee.
Yo.
Nobody ever teach you how to be self-sustained and self-sufficient. And it's so important for us as men, especially men. It's different for us. It ain't like grandma. You granny, grandma good. Everybody love grandma. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Granddad, he different. They love granddad, but it's a little bit different. Grandmama different. But so my whole deal with this topic is establish something of your own.
Yeah.
But how?
You think everybody can be entrepreneurs?
And I ain't even say entrepreneurship.
What you mean about
when I say establish something of your own, now entrepreneurs are just people who made money from different ways. They're not business people. They people who make money. Entrepreneurs are a person who can make money from this phone. Who can make money from this tablet. He can go get a basket of tomatoes and make money. He know how to generate money on his own.
A hustler.
Yeah, hustler. That's just, entrepreneur is just good terminology for hustler.
Yeah.
Do I think everybody is an entrepreneur? No, I do not. But what I do believe is everybody have interests. Everybody have things that they're passionate about. And if it's just sewing.
Yeah.
Because you may not understand the business aspect of it, but you do know how to sew.
Yeah.
And I feel like we neglect ourselves for these companies. Think about it. These companies not loyal to nobody. The ship has to keep selling.
Yo. And when you gone, we're gonna keep it going.
Yeah, you die right now. I always say this, nobody from my daddy company came to his funeral. Not one person showed up with no flowers or nothing. And my daddy, I don't know how long brother working there. I think he said he worked for 50 years. I don't know if he worked there for 50 years. I know he didn't work there for 50 years, but not one of those people showed up.
I was finna say, what, because you can understand it from that, like, from a 40-year-old perspective. But, like, if you could go back to your younger self and, like, something on that level where you will be able to talk to your younger self, what would you tell your younger self about going into the workforce and trying to find a job? And, like, you know, what would be, like, the number one advice? Or, like,
I would tell a young person, if I was younger me, because I know me. I don't know any person, right? So I know me. I would tell myself, I remember one time, I got a story. I was working with this local union right here in Atlanta, and we were setting up these exhibition shows downtown, right? Yeah. And I was selling these little watches on the side. That was my thing. I just like to sell the watches. And I really enjoyed it. They were paying me $13 an hour to set up the shows, but I was doing way more than that with the watches. So I was saying to myself that all I have to do is sell one watch for $20 every hour, and I make more money selling watches than I would selling exhibition shows. I just left the job one day. I just left. One day I said, I can't do it no more. I'm gone. When I took the money I had, bought a bunch of watches, and I started grinding. Now the only problem was I was not prepared for the downtime.
Yeah.
So that's what caused me to kind of flake out. But what I would tell my young self, was stick to the passion, follow the dream, but also find you a way to support it. Because sometimes we can get ourselves out there too fast and we come running back to a job. You know what I mean? Like holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
Or some other stuff.
Yeah.
So I would tell my young self that I knew and I know I had the ability to hustle. I know I can do that. That's why I'm always able to make it wherever I go, because I got that hustle mentality, right? So I can go in corporate America, I can go on the corner, wherever you put me at, I'm gonna make it because that's my mentality.
Yeah.
My problem was I didn't have a strategy wrapped around it, a plan. I was listening to an audio book today. He said you should ready, shoot, aim instead of ready. You know, he said ready, fire, aim instead of ready, aim, fire.
Yeah.
He said the reason why, because if you ready, fire, aim, you may shoot bad the first time, but you know where to target at now. So you can kind of.
Yeah.
He said most people get stuck with the aiming. Like I told you about the story about who want this $100.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I would tell you, or any young person, you used to know what you wanted.
Yeah. As a kid, definitely.
When you was a kid, all y'all knew what you wanted. And then folks laughed at you.
Yeah. Nah, you gotta go to college and put on a suit and go into my corporate America office.
And people want to actually go to corporate America. And I don't get it. Like, I don't get it.
It's the money associated and the prestige. Like that boy got a good job. Like, come back home. That boy got a good job. You make good money.
In corporate America. So number one, guys, ladies, find your passion, your dream, and deposit little things in it. I understand a lot of us, we can't go all out, but you can make small deposits in it. While you're watching Netflix, you can take that 1 hour and work on that, right? We give away a lot of time.
Definitely.
We give away a lot of time. So that's, if you think about how much time you give away, and your time your greatest asset, man. I ain't trying to get too deep, but that's your greatest asset, man. You never can replace the hour you throwing away watching a movie. You never can replace it. So that's number one. Corporate America. Oh my God. When somebody was telling me about corporate America, I felt the same way about you. Like you, when we talking about prestige. Got your briefcase.
Put on the suit.
Got your tie. Skating on up in there. You know what I mean? Put your briefcase on your desk. Got your office, you know what I mean? Hey Sheila, could you cancel all my meals, my meetings until blah blah blah? That's TV.
Yeah.
What they don't show you is corporate America is a tough place.
Yeah.
It's a tough place. I think corporate America is like you got some instances where blacks are making it. Blacks are ferocious in corporate America.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I don't trust no other black people in corporate America.
I know it. I think it goes back to like back in the days, like slavery time. Like that's my whole thing.
What?
Like cause we talk about, it's like crazy, like trying to reiterate the same stuff, but we talked about, like, you know, epigenetic inheritance is when like experiences are passed down from generation to generation. So ways you intuitively just know how to do certain things based off experiences your people had, your parents, your grandparents, your, like, just they did like studies where like Jewish kids were like intuitively afraid of certain things that like represented like the Holocaust and like stuff like that. So yeah, so I think experiences are passed down from generation to generation, and then you get so far away from like the source, you just forget. That's what like therapy is about. Like when you you try to find a source, like what's going on with me, and you get so far away from it, and you don't realize like why it's happening. So I think a lot of things that we deal with now, it's because of things that we went through back then. So like it just experiences passed down. Our ancestors were slaves and this happened. So they just get like their mentality is like this. So they just pass those teachings and like just experiences. Like you just can pass like feelings and like it's not nothing like physical. You just pass it down. So I think like
biases and
fears, all that stuff like that. You have a bad experience.
Can't do that. You can't do that. And they think, you know, 10 generations you won't try because
you just don't know, and you don't even know why you won't try.
Great granddad or grandmama said don't do it.
Exactly.
But so, I'm in corporate America.
And they compete for
the attention. Yeah. And it's so backstabby. Yeah. I can't say every corporate environment is like that. I really can't. A lot of corporate male-driven corporate environments, white male-driven corporate environments, is a lot of times tough, man.
Yeah.
You know, especially with African Americans, because a lot of times African Americans have to fight to get in and get access to what a lot of times their white counterparts get by default.
Yeah.
So bro walked through the door, he got access
to
something that you done had to work 3 years to get access to.
Definitely.
So that's and I think we'll be okay if we weren't crossing each other out so much, man. Like blacks be crossing each other out so much, man, running and telling. Man, I had guys, man, sit with me, talk about something, get up and go tell it to the man.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it's coming out. I had a guy one time, brother, he talking to me about something. And that's what I said. I said, shoot, man, don't matter to me long with that check right. You know what I mean? That's what I said. I was like, shoot, man, long with that money right, man. It's all good with me, man, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
The man come in, bro gonna say, shoot, long with that check right though, ain't it, Larry? I just ignored him like,
well, you tripping.
Yeah, but it was his way of positioning himself, letting the other guy know, like, he ain't hitting on that, I'm hitting on something.
You're trying to, that's what
position himself. You know, so I don't know, man.
Trying to get in there, trying to get into the big house.
Yeah, a lot of time, man. I don't know, man. I feel like our own stuff in this whole conversation for me is we fight. I think a lot of times, man, you know, cause just talking with you and guys like, man, that's a good job. You know what I mean? I think any job that you love is a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, like for real, if you find what makes a job good.
Making good money.
Yeah, but what if you're miserable?
I mean, the job is, it's not a good, it's good paying job.
Yeah, because so the higher you pay, a lot of times you miserable as on the way.
Yeah. Because
more money, more entitlement. They feel like they're more entitled to you now. Yeah. So they give you $200,000 a year. They like,
we need to make sure
No, you know, you can come Saturday. Yeah. Like, but my family. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know.
Office packed all day.
Yeah, you got to grind it out. You got to earn your check. So, what's a good job? Somebody said that. Like, what's a good job?
I told you, for my idea of a good job is the balance. I want to make good. I want to be the money got to be there, but also like I don't have to hate the job. It can't be like so far like
left or right.
Yeah, it can't.
Each one has its trade off.
Yeah, that's what.
So to get peace, sometimes you got to take less pay.
Yo, definitely.
Or to get the paper, you got to take less piece.
That's what I'm saying. That's why the perfect job is like finding that middle ground.
But a lot of times, you can find it, but sometimes you got to create it.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the talk that a lot of times we not talking about. Sometimes you got to create the perfect job for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you literally got to create it. Like, you got to say to yourself, man, I'm going to start my little business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just feel like that ain't really being passed on, man. Like,
Entrepreneurship.
you don't really hear it. I don't hear it. Like,
you get you a job, work for somebody else.
yeah, I don't hear it. And it's like, I talk to a young person say something like, yeah, man, I'm just trying to, man, find me a job. Like, I remember when they were young, the kids were younger, and I would give them stuff to take to school to sell.
Yeah.
It was me and Mosiah. I used to give them stuff to school to sell. And the reason why it wasn't about the money, it was about the hustle.
Yeah.
Teaching them how to go get it. Because one thing about me, like, I ain't afraid to sell. Like, I get out there. Like, I mean, we used to go to the flea market. You know what I mean? And I'll be the one standing in the aisle. Hey, it don't cost a look. Migo, meta. You know, but meta, migo, meta. You know, but I wanted them to get the hustle, because what if they're not any jobs and all you ever been trained to be is an employee? What happens then?
Yeah.
What if no one hires? That's what happened in 2008. These young people got out of college, graduated. Just imagine graduating in 2008.
Rough. Tough luck.
Like, you coming out in 2008 with your... A lot of them cats stayed in school and got in more debt getting their masters.
I would've.
Bro in a gazillion dollar worth of debt. Sure, bro, I had to figure something out. They were rough out there in the street.
Yeah, I'm good.
But what happens if you don't have a job? If all you ever been trained to be is an employee, then that means you at the mercy of somebody else hiring you. Or you can be an employee for yourself.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being an employee, but I feel like being an employee for yourself, what you create.
Yeah, I always have a little, some.
Yeah, but I
just feel like some people gonna be employees.
Yeah,
like,
no doubt.
I don't think like
everybody not a hustler.
Everybody can't. Everybody gotta come in, clock in 9 to 5, and be up.
That what made the world go round.
That's what I'm saying.
Somebody don't have a lot of people don't have the mental capacity to do that.
Yeah, and don't want to like do that. Like, so I think it's. But at least if you are an employee, just have you some like that you can fall back on, or you got to kind of play it like, because you at the mercy of somebody else. You don't have the freeway or the leniency or to be able to just chill. To be able to rely on your own self. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's a tough world to be in. Like, that's a tough reality to feel like you just.
A lot of people don't got that mentality.
Oh, without a doubt. Like some people been taught. It's been systematically beaten into them.
They got to work.
They have to go work won't even think about, if I say, hey man, shoot, man, won't you try to do what you do, but do it for yourself?
Yeah.
A guy stood in my office. I said, won't you, but I don't want it. I want a job. That's what he said, but I want a job.
Yeah.
I said, whoa. Like, that threw me off. Like,
yeah.
He said, but I said, well, I mean, you can go start a Jenna King or something. They give you a couple of places to clean up. You start a little franchise, a Smoothie King or something. I don't know, but I just feel like, number one, have your own. Listen to me, y'all, because let's say it turns around and we have a crash.
Yeah.
Like in 2008, like that right there should have taught everybody then about self-sufficiency. Even the university. The university should have been teaching, Lord, you better start. I seen the guy, I told you about the guy with the goats. Young guy, got out of school, couldn't find a job. Bro was like living in his parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
Check this young cat out. Bro go buy some goats, right?
Yeah.
Seen all a bunch of kudzu. That kudzu that grow around him. Mm-hmm. Goats like to eat it. So he started charging people to allow his goats to come eat their kudzu and charge them. It's a more humane, organic cleaning methodology. We don't spray any chemicals. We don't do anything. So he got these little.
Yeah.
So he got these little fences that he put up. And he started off with like 2 goats. He'd just lock them out there for a couple of days. They wear it out. Come out, you just got goat and poop.
Yeah.
Like, that's the fertilizer.
Yeah.
I did a research on him recently.
Yeah.
This man got like 30, 40 goats now. Young guy. He out here cleaning out big stuff now.
Yeah.
But why I'm saying it is because out of need, out of necessity, grew ingenuity.
Yeah.
Many of us are too busy searching for jobs that we won't even allow our minds time to get that far in the thought process. He seen a need and bought a goat.
Definitely. That's brilliant. That's innovative and different. Like,
Bruh saw a need and bought a goat. Just think about that. Like, shoot.
he hustling. That's awesome.
Hey, little young guy. It was funny when I seen it. I said, man, watch he gonna make it with them goats. And these are my organic cleaning. My goats come out, I lock them in the pen, and last time I seen he had a flock of them jokers.
Yeah, cause I mean, around the case, you know.
My scared people off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people sick, but I mean that was even before then.
Oh, that was before, bro.
Yeah, but they have gotten wind that it was getting people sick.
Yeah.
You know? But my point in that is just the ability to think. I guarantee if it wasn't no jobs, half of the people who say they want a job will come up with a way.
Yeah.
They'll come up with a way. Like that you will come up with, because the number one rule in nature is perseverance.
Yeah.
Self-preservation. Self-preservation, you survive. Like you cannot self-terminate. Like you gotta live. So
You gonna make it happen.
you're gonna become a hum. I never do that. Get hungry.
Exactly.
Yeah. I never kill an animal. That's that like right now. What my buddy say, he said, man, I ain't gonna eat that. I said, bro, we ain't have no food. We'll lick that up off the floor. We ain't have no food.
We'll do what we gotta do.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and scrape that up now. Like I ain't got no food, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But no jobs create ingenuity. Hungry bellies create ingenuity.
Yeah.
Empty pockets create ingenuity.
Get real creative.
They say poor is the mouse that only have one hole. That the mouse ain't got nothing but one hole. They block it, he either locked in or locked out. He'll D through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Poor is the mouse only have one hole. And I feel like, and it may be a time coming where an individual gotta get their hustle on. It's hard to take like knowledge and sell it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm smart. Like, buy what I know. No, bro, I need a plumber. You know what I mean? Buy what I know. Bro, I need somebody to feed my roof.
Got skills and so.
It's just not even just skills, something you do. Like I said, I don't mind selling nothing, but give me something to sell.
Yeah.
You know, I can sell this iPhone all day long. Yeah, man, hey guys, look at this. This is the best. But I can't just sell air, man. I'm trying to sell you what I know. That's consulting. You know, you're trying to sell my consulting fee. And I'm going to tell you something. If things are going bad, they don't care about what you know.
Yeah.
You better be providing a service, you know.
Yeah.
So, my whole point, man, with this is,
shooting deers.
one, have your own thing. Work and develop something, y'all. Work and develop something on your own. That's so important. If the economy capsizes right now, how will you make it? How will you make it?
Yeah. And also when you what's after you get old?
That was my number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2, think about the future.
Yeah.
Something is coming. You want to be an old man, old lady sitting around.
Yeah. I think it brings to a good point. I think the young people, I think young people need to be able to see the future, so that we eat what we want to eat and do whatever. And I think it's very important to do things that will make your future self proud.
Yeah. Even like working out.
Exactly, working out.
Just working out, not eating something or saying, "No, what I'm gonna try to," cause when I talk about people getting sick, when you get sick, it's hard to get unsick.
Yeah.
It's easy to get sick, but it's hard to get unsick.
Yeah.
All right. So when I talk about the future, I talk this from a standpoint of seeing a mighty man, like, you know, your dad, like, he mighty. My granddad, he like mighty, and they just deflated to carcasses of men because they don't have no purpose tied into their job. They don't have a purpose, and their purpose was tied into their job.
Yeah.
So their job gone, and then it's like, them became old men quick.
Yeah.
You're like, I should see you as a big man.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
no, don't have no purpose.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing. My push for every man, every woman, develop something on your own, y'all. Develop something of yours that no one can take from you, and I don't care if it's just building match houses from matchbooks. Yeah. Make it yours, you know, and don't allow anybody to take anything away from you. That way, you know, who knows what could come from it.
Yeah.
All right. So look, man, we done for today. Hope we didn't bore you guys to death. We're gonna wrap it up. Conversation, you know.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you guys for watching.